Tinubu to be replaced before 2027? Well, in this video today, sit down and listen to it. Don't skip any part of it, so that for you to understand everything going on in this video. Because this man, he explained a lot of things about the coming of 2027, the replacement of Tinubu by 2027. And if Tinubu will be replaced before then, or if he will not be replaced before then. Because the issue, the things on ground, the way everything is going in Nigeria today, nobody understands his government. The whole thing is turning up and down, and then it's like his government have no direction. So, and then if you can see the northern caucus, and then the issue concerning these terrorists and the Donald Trump issue, the northern leaders and those people that place him in the power, so they are very, very angry because he is not doing what they think that he'll be doing once he gets into power. And then because of it, they are now being against him because he's not doing what is in their mind. So, and then they are now be thinking that before 2027, they are planning to replace him by then. If they did not replace him by then, meaning that before 2027, that he will not see the post and he will not get the power by that 2027. So don't skip any part as you're about to watch. Try to like, subscribe, and make sure you share the video to go around. Let others see things going on in Nigeria.
Before we even begin tonight's episode, and before the things we need to talk about, before we talk about the yet to be confirmed, unconfirmed reports of US C-130 aircraft sightings or a sudden increase in drone activity over northern Nigeria, there is a verified international development Nigerians must understand today, January 7, 2026. The United States government has expanded its visa bond policy, and Nigeria is now included. Nigeria is included in any bad restrictions. Every day we wake up, President Trump is acting against Nigerian elites. Are we ignoring the message here? Are we ignoring the message from America? Under this new rule, for example, a few countries, but Nigeria is included, Nigerians applying for U.S. business and tourist visas may be required to post a refundable bond of up to $15,000 before a visa is even considered. Most of the visa is normally these tourists and business. Let me repeat this slowly. 15,000 American dollars. That's about 21 million naira just to apply. That's even before you even fill form. This policy is confirmed. It is official. It's not a rumor. And it is scheduled to take effect later this month. I think on the 21st, if I'm not mistaken. Think of this. A vast majority of Nigerians cannot even afford a flight ticket to the US. So who from Nigeria is traveling to the US? Who is going to suffer? Who will this affect? My guess is as good as yours. Now, ask yourself this. Countries are not treated this way when they're seen as stable, predictable, well-governed. Switzerland is not treated this way. Is this to discourage Nigerians from leaving Nigeria? Is that the whole idea? Is it to force people to stay in Nigeria, build their own universities and hospitals in Nigeria? Don't send your children overseas. Do it in Nigeria. Make those politicians carry out policies. Or Western countries simply tired of Nigerians abandoning a broken government. Japan, they are all living. For what? In my opinion, this is not punishment. This is perception. And perception is politics. Why is Nigeria always included in that list? Time to hold the corrupt presidency of Bola Tinubu and Senate President Godswill Akpabio to account. Hold them to account. So they build those things in Nigeria. Don't relying on visa to other countries. This is the Ofiongokwa show on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen. You know, I was just I was feeling this way, something feels off when it comes to Nigeria. Very off, very odd. Since Christmas, after that Christmas wahala in Sokoto, Nigeria's political atmosphere has changed. Not with noise, but with silence. A silence so loud that it is now generating rumors, whispers, and political maneuvers behind closed doors. The Nigerian government doesn't want to talk. Nobody in Nigerian politics wants to talk about Sokoto. And when power goes quiet in Nigeria, history tells us something important is happening. In Nigeria, silence is never innocent. Especially when the generators beside the house are still running. Tonight's episode is not an accusation. It is not a declaration of fact. It is an analysis of signals, perceptions, and political behavior. That's what I'm doing. I'm analyzing them. It's an opinion. It is my speculation, informed speculation. And I will say this clearly. But politics is not only about what is officially announced. It is also about what powerful people begin to prepare for, what Nigerian big men are privately preparing for. In Nigeria, rumors don't start from nowhere. They start from inside. Then the rest of us hear the echo. That's how the echo comes. And we can't ignore the echo. We can't. Let me tell you why this conversation is happening. Let me state this up front. There are circulating reports right now and rumors. I state this clearly, especially on social media and within political circles in Nigeria, that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is ill or incapacitated abroad. You hear it all the time. That's not a big deal. I'm not stating this as a fact. As I said, people talk. They don't have evidence. There is no verified public confirmation of this. Aso Rock is not helping matters. Aso Rock is not telling us, is the president sick? Why is he traveling? They tell us a story, but he goes to hospitals, we hear. However, politics does not wait for hospital bulletins. Politics responds to vacuum, uncertainty, and risk. And right now, many insiders believe that the Nigerian system is quietly asking one question. What if, these are like discussions among insiders, what if power becomes unstable? What if succession must be managed? What if Nigeria must avoid a Venezuela-style implosion and confusion? That discussion is afoot. That is where developments, not rumors, begin to matter. That's why we must talk about it. We cannot just keep quiet like the Nigerian politicians. Let me give you development number one, the Jonathan meeting. This is real. This is confirmed. It's not a rumor. Jonathan Goodluck meeting is not a rumor. The National Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, held a high-level closed-door meeting with former Goodluck. Call it closed door. We've seen the pictures. We know the meeting held. Let me be very clear. You do not assemble party heavyweights. You do not sit privately with a former head of state like Goodluck. You do not start using words which the delegation used like rescue mission if politics is normal in the country. Fractured, timid opposition parties like PDP do not suddenly rediscover courage unless they smell weakness or transition. They're suffering under Tinubu sending EFCC to chase all of them. But this meeting does not prove that President Tinubu is incapacitated. It doesn't. We've already said that's a rumor. But it does tell us something important. And Nigerians should not ignore this. Elite political calculations have begun. 2027 or no 2027, elite political calculations have already begun. There is a Nigerian proverb that captures this whole thing perfectly. It says, when a chicken is dancing in the open, something in the bush is beating the drum. When a chicken is dancing in the open, it's not dancing by itself, but something in the bush is beating the drum. In plain terms, political actors rarely move in isolation. They move when they believe certain conditions. It may be internal, it may be external, or it may be both. that those conditions are starting to shift. Some forces now appear emboldened, some forces in Nigeria, by uncertainty, international pressure, like the Trump Sokoto attacks against Christian genocide, and prolonged silence at the center to test the political waters. Is this the best approach? Is it constitutional? Is it wise? This is a discussion we're going to be having with time. By the way, those people that went to meet Goodluck, they want to bring the ineffective, scared, toothless, and weak Jonathan Goodluck back. That's a bad idea. No more, but Nigeria is not to do that. No more recycling. They just bring a weak man and come and put there, thinking it will maintain a system that is tanking already. Thinking it will make Americans happy. Security signals and the rumors which I talked about, I have from the word Go said, we are just hearing this. So let us address these sensitive claims carefully and responsibly. People have talked about, oh, this is a claim. Oh, we've seen a US C-130 aircraft in Abuja. At this moment, there is no independently verified information that the US military C-130 aircraft is stationed in Abuja for evacuation of political purposes. But after Sokoto, we are sensitive to everything. We hear everything we talk, but we are also careful to say that there are claims. Claims circulating online, those claims are unverified. These are just claims. And you know me, I'm very, very accurate with that. What is true, though, in Nigeria, once people see any aircraft, everybody suddenly becomes an aviation analyst. Especially if the Tomahawk missiles in Sokoto has happened. Even village WhatsApp groups start reading tail numbers of the, of the aircraft. So on this point, I say it's speculation only. There's no confirmation. I've said this a million times. Another claim that we've heard recently, a lot of talk, US drones and surveillance activity. There are credible indications, though, of increased foreign intelligence and surveillance cooperation actually tied to counter-terrorism pressure on the Nigerian government. The US is pressing the Nigerian government. So the fact that you have these drones that the US work with Nigeria to find out what's going on is not new. That is not a cool signal. That is counter-terror wahala. But social media, of course, has exaggerated. We know what happens. It has exaggerated. Oh, America has taken over Nigerian airspace. That is not proven. That is not happen. Some cooperation is real. Many of those claims are exaggerated. But I don't blame people when you have this type of vacuum in the place. When one day you are sitting there attacking Sokoto. But what actually matters, though, in analysis, is the behavior of Nigerian political elite. Let me tell you what matters more than drones, planes, or even rumors. Nigerian elite behavior. Watch it. Big man behavior. Opposition that has been cowed by EFCC suddenly organizing. Former leaders that people have forgotten about being consulted. Power blocks hedging. Silence replacing propaganda. These are classic pre-transition symptoms in fragile democracies like Nigeria. I lived in the former Soviet Union. I saw it live. It does not mean replacement is happening. It means people are preparing for uncertainty. That's all. And in Nigeria, preparation often comes before the truth. Remember, Nigeria is a country of coup upon coup, military coup, counter coup. So Nigerian mentality is unique. This is my final analysis. Nigeria is not yet in a constitutional crisis, even though, in my view, it operates an imposed alien constitution. Nobody wrote that constitution. Abacha wrote that constitution. But Nigeria is in a confidence crisis. And when confidence in leadership weakens, even temporarily, political actors reposition. That is what we are witnessing. That is what I want to hear us discuss in the comment section of the Ofion Okwa show on YouTube. Nothing more, nothing less. This is the Ofion Okwa show. I am the voice of the voiceless. I am your independence voice, telling fearless truths, always on the money. Facts are facts. Opinions are opinions. I am Ofyong Akwa. Be good to yourselves and be good to each other.
Oh yes, this man wey you see here, the top leaders of the Northern Caucus, they don't come out now to defend and to reject the Israel Prime Minister's speech against insecurity and against terrorists in Nigeria. This month, first of this month, the speech where Israel Prime Minister give Netanyahu, where they talk about things going on in Africa and mostly things where they happen for Nigeria. So inside that same video, he talk about the insecurity, he talk about supporting of Israel, supporting of US government to make sure say the insecurity where they ravage Nigeria and other part of Africa, say they'll make sure say they wipe them out. But this man, suit am, gummy body very well. So as he did, he don't come out, start to dey talk about the whole thing where Israel government talk, and in the interview where Bianca Ojukwu, the wife of late Odemogu Ojukwu, grant with the foreign minister of Israel. So they say all the things where the Bianca Ojukwu wife talk, say no Biam, suit am at all. Say whatever they want to do, the Israel, they need to talk with the men or with the Muslim in Nigeria, but not the Christians. So inside this video, this man talk a lot of things. I would like you make you sit down, watch him to the end. So no skip any part of it so that make you understand everything where this man they yarn here, because he talk a lot of things. He talk a lot of things. So already our activist, he will explain a lot of things where this man talk, because already he talk, but no skip any part. As you dey watch, try to like, subscribe, and make sure you share the video to go and make everybody see things where they happen for inside Nigeria.
Okay, good afternoon, my fellow Nigeria. I want to clarify something that I see in the internet. Foreign Minister of Israel have a meeting with our state foreign minister, Benefika Ojukwu. Mr. Minister, how do you have a meeting with a foreign minister from Israel? You are requesting that we will you have a meeting with them on security. Are you a defense minister or NSA? How? Before that is before the shell in Sokoto, before they bombard that Sokoto, where they bomb empty place, wash out, nobody is there. Well, how do you have a meeting with the foreign minister and you discuss about security and counter-terrorism? How? What is your problem with security? You are not the defense minister. We have a defense minister, Madole is there. We have NSA, Nurubado is there. We have Christopher Musa. Those ones, they are the part of the security. You are not a defense minister, so you don't need to discuss anything pertaining counter-terrorism or security. You are, don't take us as illiterate. Your position is to make us how we can be able to invest in the foreign, and the foreigners should come and invest with the ambassador of that country. It is not your duty to have meeting with any Israelis. We don't need Israel, and we don't want Israel in the north. We don't. Why don't you tell them to go and shell in Anambra? We don't need that. And then after that meeting, when I Google again, I see where the Israeli embassy want to have a meeting with the first lady inside Villa. First lady, you are a mother of Nigeria, and we did not vote you. We vote your husband. So if there's anything for that country for security, it's not your duty. It's a duty of the president, and that is why we vote him to protect us and protect our life. Simple. So for having meeting with that foreign minister of Israel, Benefika, I think that meeting you have is your own. We did not. We don't accept anything Israel. Anything Israel can never match our land for anything. People who want to kill 87,000 Palestine, and up to date they hold them hostage. Food they block them not to take, water nothing. And then this is another US President Donald Trump. If you can be able to go and carry Venezuela prison, why don't you carry Netanyahu and hand over him to ICC, International Criminal Court, and you are giving him weapon to kill Palestine? You say that person is a terrorist. You are going with a terrorist. You yourself, you are a terrorist because you invade another country. You don't have to go Venezuela. I hear you now, you say that Colombia. You don't know what you are doing. You are just confusionist president. It's the worst that US have ever had a president who don't know even what he's doing.
My brother. So all these kind of people now, the people where we get for North, where we get for the northern leaders. Then we call them leader. They are not leaders. They are just, in fact, we not go even call them because they no even suit for anything. Well, I go like you make you drop your comment down below. What do you think about this man? And what do you think about the whole thing with the happen for Nigeria? So like, subscribe, and make sure you share the video, make it reach everywhere and reach everyone with it around you. Say thank you for watching.